Hello and welcome to World in 5. President Mnangagwa has sent his condolences to the Nare family following the death of former National Peace and Reconciliation Chairperson, retired Justice Nare. The president said the news of the death of the former judicial officer in South Africa on Saturday was a sad chapter. He said Justice Nare stood out as a figure whose commitment to Zimbabwe's fields of law and education will forever be remembered. Retired Justice Nare started his career in education, serving as a primary school teacher in the Midlands and Matabeleland South provinces. He later joined the Judicial Service Commission as a court interpreter and rose through the ranks to become a Labour Court judge in 2018. The president appointed Justice Nare to the National Peace and Reconciliation Commission. It's perhaps one of the longest cat and mouse games in Harare, vendors being driven out of the CBD and back before sunset. Of late, the focus has been on First Street area, which is now a pale shadow of its glittering days. And that campaign too seems to have failed. In the following report, Gamuchirai Sapazoa gives us the picture.
The mouse is always back once the cat is away. And with time, the cat grows weary due to weeks of battles. Welcome to Harare, where the city council fights a never-ending battle with vendors.
Council isati ita zvayaita zvinofana kutanga yatsvagira vanhu vokuti vashande pakanaka yavagadzira nzvimbo dzokuti vaone pokushandira kwete kuti unouya wovhiringa vanhu vasati vatsvagira vanhu nzvimbo.
Is the vendor stay in the CBD justified? And how did we get to this? Those are some of the questions that Harare Residents Trust have been looking at.
Seed houses have been urged to distribute suitable seed varieties, especially traditional grains, according to agroecological zones. This will be a crucial strategy to counter the negative impact of climate change in the country. Farmers in Region 4 and 5 and other areas that receive below normal rainfall have been praised to focus on growing traditional grains known to be drought tolerant. Delivering a keynote address at the one-day Zim Papers Traditional Grains Conference, Permanent Secretary in the Agricultural Ministry, Professor Obejiri, said paying attention to detail will be crucial in the upcoming summer cropping season.
But that is the message we must all carry to say the agroecological regions must be adhered to. And that mapping is key because that researchers, that simplifies your big workings into something usable. A farmer must simply understand that what they grow is not decided by them, but is dictated by the agroecological region.
Youths in Mbare have been urged to participate in discussions that increase their understanding on health rights. The call was made by the project's officer for dialogue on shelter, Atwell Nyirenda, during a sexual reproductive health dialogue held in Mbare.
Most young people are falling at risk where they're exposed to different sexual transmitted diseases or infections, and they're actually failing to reach out to the relevant stakeholders and health service providers who can provide services to them. So we found it very important for the young people and the stakeholders to come together and have a discussion on what's really transpiring among the young people.
A 21-year-old man died in a suspected case of drowning at a former schoolmate's reunion in Harare's Highland suburb at the weekend. Police confirmed the incident on X, saying the deceased, Wayne Kudakwashe, was found dead in a swimming pool at a house along Tedder Road, Highlands, on Sunday. The police say the victim had attended a party with former schoolmates at the house when the tragic incident occurred. The body was taken to Pararinyatwa Hospital mortuary for post-mortem. Malawi's health minister has called on Africa to learn from the Chinese experience and embrace cooperation as the continent embarks on its own green transition. Minister of Health and Population of Malawi, Atupele Muluzi, said in an interview that China has demonstrated resolve in its global greening efforts. Muluzi emphasized that cooperation with China in green development offers good lessons for African countries and even the world.
China's experience offers valuable lessons for Africa, where economic growth and environmental protection need to go hand in hand. Africa is rich in natural resources, but vulnerable to climate change. Collaboration with China could enhance Africa's own green development plans. China and Africa have many opportunities for green cooperation. Platforms like the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, and the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, are already opening doors for collaboration in green technology and infrastructure.
That was all we had on World in 5. Good afternoon.